Okay, here we are back. Match 2 of our draft. We won round 1. We're going to play. We won the die roll again. Oh, this hand is something. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this. What this hand really needs at this point is mana, but we should be able to get a lot of stuff. We have a redraw. We have the Signet, so we have all our colors. I think this hand is pretty good. I'm going to lead on planes. That way... Yeah, I mean, planes is more likely what we're going to want on turn 2. Alright, so we have Coalition Relic coming up. Happy to hear that. Just going to play the Signet here. I'm happy to have Moat and Banishing Light. Some decks just can't beat Moat. I'm also happy to be playing against a blue-green deck if that is the case. Vindicate. Alright, again, that's another, like, you don't have. I think, so here, it would be 2-3, down to 1. So there's no way we play Relic and Wall of Omens. So I'm just going to go ahead and play Coalition Relic. And so I don't forget, I'm just going to go ahead and show him that I do not have Mana Tithe or Force Spike by adding a charge counter right away. And getting some F6 value. Alright, so... we're playing in some sort of blue-green deck. He has a Grim Monolith, which is a powerful card. I guess some things I could see coming out this turn. Primeval Titan would be bad. Consecrated Sphinx would also be bad. Tamiyo is not the worst. It does mean, so I'm going to have 4 mana this turn. It does mean that if I draw land, I can do 2 things, which I did. Gonna add a white to my pool. Play this Plains and cast a Wall of Omens. I'm just going to go ahead and Vindicate Tamiyo. I would have been a little upset if he had Daze there, but honestly, things like Daze and Force Spike, I don't play around too often in the cube. I don't think they're all that main deckable, though some people do play them. I'm glad he used the mana on Tamiyo that turn instead of something a little more aggressive. Ooh, that's a decent draw too. It lets us be a little proactive on this turn. We go ahead and play that. We need to start pumping out vampires. Now here, I'm not going to F6 because I'm representing Counterspell with the Coalition Relic, which I think is a good enough bluff that I can just make sure to remember at my opponent's end step to actually put a charge counter on it. Though, as we've seen, I never will remember that, so I don't know why I try. I do like our position, though. He has a ton of mana this turn, but we have a Banishing Light to probably take care of whatever he plays. I'm thinking maybe the worst things that could happen for us is something like Time Walk plus a good spell, but I think that's going to be expensive to pull off, even with the amount of mana he has. Potentially 8 if he hits his land drop. So you could do like actual time lock plus a 6-drop, which could be good, but as it is, though, it appears our opponent is doing nothing, which is maybe disconnected or whatever. So I guess if he doesn't make a play in a couple minutes here, I might just cut to him making a play or disconnecting, whichever comes first. As it is, I'm feeling. I think this deck is pretty good as far as the cube decks are. Here we go. Here is a Black Lotus. That's not good for us usually, but if he's just playing some sort of big creature, we could deal with it. There's 6 mana. 7, 8. Terrasty Nasty. I'm okay with this. We're probably going to get a few elephants here, and then we get to untap, and yeah, so he's going to blow up our Sorin and our islands. And we're going to get 2 elephants, and then we're going to go ahead and Banishing like that. And crack in there for 7. Green Sun for 1. Alright. Popular legacy play. And put a charge counter here. Repeal, okay. Go ahead and add a blue. I'm gonna Banishing like this. Then I'm gonna go ahead and actually repeal his Birds of Paradise. Juice Scroll Rack. I was hoping to hit like a land there, especially a blue source, but I still think that we're in a good position in this game with just Coalition Relic up. It's a little worse if he decides to destroy Coalition Relic. But as it is right now, it appears that, I mean, that's definitely not the card we wanted to draw with no blue sources in play. So I'm going to go ahead and use that mana. I'm going to play a Scroll Rack. And I'm going to be activating Scroll Rack at some point. Probably on my turn, I'll look for a land drop, as well as a counterspell of some sorts. So if I only put back the Battleseer and the Moat, I'm submitting myself to looking for a blue card in the top 2 cards, whereas if I put back all 3, I'm looking for Counterspell plus Island. I think I'm just going to put back these 2. And then I'm just going to head to the Scroll Rack in here. Alright, well, we did find our blue card, so that's good. I'm going to put back Battleseer second, Moat first, in case we need to moat. I'll play my land, and I will pass the turn. Alright, Heartbeat of Spring is fine. In fact, that lets us now just cast Force of Will instead of pitching our Sphinx of the Steel Wind. Palinchron. Yeah, unfortunately for him, I have this Force of Will. Alright. Sideboarding. He's got a ramp deck. could consider Banisher Priest. He might not have a lot of removal spells. I could also see maybe Mana Tithe. But I think the big thing I want here is his Banisher Priest versus his creatures. So I think most of the time... I think our deck is pretty good against his. I think our worst card against him is going to end up being Scroll Rack, because it's just not a great card. So we'll bring in this Banisher Priest as a little beats to our deck and another removal spell. And we'll go from there. Alright, well, unfortunately we will be mulliganing this hand. But I guess it's about time. He also mulligans. We will also be mulliganing again, just as well as he is. I believe I'm going to keep this hand. We both get the Scry. I'm actually going to put this at the bottom. We just need actual... Well, you know, we need mana and spells, but I think we're slightly favored here being on the draw. Wall of Omens was actually a really excellent draw there. Luckily for us, he is not on the Attack with Birds plan. Wall of Omens is exactly the kind of card we need when we're behind like this. And hopefully we can follow it up with a Mentor into Tezzeret. That would be powerful. Kiora is a good one, though. That might draw him out of this little mulligan situation just as well as we are. It looks like we're going to be curving our Mentor into Tezzeret, which is pretty good. We both had pretty good Mull-to-5s. He had a turn 3 Kiora. I just had a 2-3-4. He has a Pelucranos? Yeah, I mean, like, it's very feasible that he could just win this game. Repeal. That doesn't do anything right now. I'm going to go ahead and play this Tezzeret. Get some Mentor triggers. Always yield. Make sure to actually activate Tezzeret. Found a Staff of Domination, which isn't bad. And he's minusing his Kiora again. Oh, we found a Mana Vault. That card is good. Alright. We got a big fatty coming out here. Oh, he's just monstersing Pelucranos for 3, so he's gonna kill Mentor and a Monk. Yeah, I'm in a block. I assume he's attacking Tezzeret. Alright, so I drew the plains. That was a good draw. I'm going to continue to plus here, just try and find some more cards. Yeah, Mirror Battleseer is a good one. We are getting rid of a lot of good cards, unfortunately. But what are you going to do? And I think we do have to go ahead and cast Day of Judgment here. All I'd really like to find at this point is mana. And a way to deal with his Kiora, preferably. And now we have to deal with a Tamiyo as well. Alright, he's tapping in on our Black Source, which I think from his perspective is the correct play. It just happens to be that it doesn't matter. Well, now it matters. Well, let's, yeah, let's stick up Tezzeret. Oh, that's really good for us. So we found Coalition Relic. We also found Golgari Signet. Golgari Signet lets us immediately cast our Vindicate. So I think I'm going to grab that one. And put the rest on the bottom. Play the Signets. And then I'm going to go ahead and Vindicate his Tamiyo. This also sets us up next turn, being able to kill Kiora if he doesn't plus targeting the Golgari Signet. So that's good for us. So it appears that Kiora will be dying this turn. We'll see if he has a way to put anything in front to protect it. Anything that costs 5 or more will do it. Grim Monolith, though, does not cost 5 or more. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead, make Golgari Signet a 5/5. And attack Kiora. And then from there, I'm going to go ahead and play Staff of Domination. If we need to, if you play some sort of hasty creature, we can untap our Golgari Signet to make a 5/5 blocker. Wall Roots, okay. Four, 5, 6, 7. So what I can do here, I mean, it really makes me wish I had repealed this at the end step. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and make Staff of Domination a 5/5 and attack in. And so he has one card. I'm just going to put lethal on the board here and play Mirror Battlesphere. It means that if he does something that makes me so I cannot attack, I still have lethal with Tezzeret triggers. Or I should say, if he makes a billion blockers, I should say. I have to be able to attack with Mirror Battlesphere. Well, here comes something huge. I mean, Genesis Wave for 11? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Fortunately for me, the only thing he hit was an Ulamog, really. He's got one card in hand and access to 7 mana after this, or 14 mana, I guess. Even more than that. He has access to roughly infinite mana. It's a matter of if that one card in his hand does anything. Yeah, so he has access to a lot of mana, but let me go ahead and attack the Mirror Battlesphere to make sure that the ability goes through before cashing in my Tezzeret. He has gone to 5. Actually, X is twice the number, so we did just have lethal with Tezzeret. I thought it was equal to. Alright, well, it appears we have yet again won that match. So, I will see you in the next one.